Welcome to the Gothic living room of my dreams, or phase one of it. Let's get started. Anyway, welcome to my living room, my now empty living room, which has been a process. I will roll that process right now, at least clips of it, as I yap away on what we're doing here. Because if you haven't noticed, we've made not a lot of changes. Gothically, in the home, we have a lot of plans of changes, and in the US of A, we have what's called a tax return, okay? I mean, I guess some other countries have that too. She was a chunky one. I appreciated it. Some of it's going into savings, okay? I don't need to tell you that, but it's for my own, proof that I'm being a good person. Anyway. Whatever that is. And we have been making, this isn't going to be the only change, but we've been making a number of dents with, what are we saying? We've used the tax return money on the Gothic-y things, and I was contemplating so many different places to make that impact. This is our second floor. This is my living room. And we have what you might know most often, the shelves that you all know, which would be our dining room. We will show you all the shite is over here, okay? So we don't need to see that. And then the kitchen. But this is like our main floor. We're in a condo. We have 3 floors. And we have done, I think the biggest, I don't want to call it a reno, but the biggest decor change we've made was the bedroom. And that was the Haunted Mansion bedroom, which I'm already at a point of hey, I want to do a little change, which is nice when you're going basic black for a lot of things, which is kind of what we're doing here. So in this room, as I will show you right now, what existed before. What existed before was probably, I think we estimated 7 years of living and watching movies on an IKEA sofa / chaise lounge and a Walmart recliner, okay? That was the monies that we spent, and a lot of great memories. But she has been well lived in, and there are no Gothic vibes going on with that couch and that recliner. So I wanted to start with obviously replacing those pieces, but yeah, that's the first bit. Then what the heck else did we have in here? I actually forgot. It's been a bit. Recliner. Oh, and then we had the coffee table. So that coffee table was off of Amazon. I'll give it to Amazon. It was a solid wood coffee table. Who eats at their dining room, maybe if you have kids and you're trying to teach them good things, you're probably eating in your dining room. We do not. We ate at that coffee table. So it raised up, and I had stained it black. It's had a good amount of wear. Anyway, we took all of that. I didn't want to bother trying to list it for a certain price and get somebody to... We also don't have a car if you're new to the channel. And we got really lucky. There is a world of people out there on Craigslist that will take free things at the drop of a hat. And I was still surprised. We just put it all out and put a listing up of all of them, and somebody came by for all of it. So in one fell swoop, it all went away. So that was basically what took up this whole space here. You might see we still have our Harry Potter posters, movie posters in the background. And I think for right now, we're going to keep them up just because it's going to fill that space. And maybe at the end of this video, as we start bringing the things in and setting the stage here, I will talk a little bit about what will happen here, because I mentioned we're doing kind of phase 1 of this. So phase 1 is going to be the furniture. We needed to replace, where are we sitting? Where are we lounging? What are we eating off of? And I wanted to also think in a very pragmatic way of usability, as well as making it more of a Gothic vibe, as well as we cannot be spending thousands and thousands of dollars, because there's some really nice couches out there. So I will share with you where we got everything. I can link it all down below. It's pretty reasonably affordable for at least, me. Unlike a lot of the other things I saw that were really, really cool. I don't think you need to spend a crap ton of money to pull off a look you want to pull off. Heck, you could even, a number of people have done this. You could even do the IKEA route and take it up a notch. It's up to you and how much time you want to put into things like that, and you want to do that. So anyway, I think what we first need to do is start with the main piece, which is going to go right here, and that is the couch. So let's bring that in. And this couch is from Wayfair. And And by the way, you're going to see some faux leather. She's faux leather. She's not actual leather. It gives the same vibe, okay? Come at me if you think leather's better. I do not, for a variety of reasons. Okay, so we're going to bring the couch in just to give you the full perspective here. Oh, that's a lot easier than I thought. I could do this on my own. Do this on my own. Okay, bring that thing in closer. We're a little too far away. Get in there real good. So I'm just going to center it here. I think it's about where I wanted it. So here is our sofa. What's different about this sofa? Obviously we went with a faux leather vibe, and I think that'll be really cool for like cleaning and just general cleanliness, you know what I mean? I gotta learn how to maintain it. So if anybody has any recommendations on good maintenance, like sprays and such that are good on a faux leather, let a girl know. But I feel like this sofa, it's not a small one, it's not a love seat, so it's got the 3 seat situations here. It isn't as long as our other sofa, but I'm good with that because we are going to be adding out, and it doesn't have a chaise. So it's also going to open the space up quite a bit. You will see. We may or may not have already tested this. I'm totally ruining the magic here. So anyway, we've got the main piece, and now the rest of the seating, because I normally sit here. It used to be the opposite. I'm pretty sure I used to sit over there and then you sat here, and change is hard. Anyway, he would always sit on the recliner, so we got a replacement for that. So we're going to now bring in 2 chairs. Why did we get 2? They came in a pair of 2. And those are also on Wayfair. And these are not even like, I don't think, what?
Yeah, do those first.
Do those first?
So you can fit them.
Oh, fine. We're going to do the side tables. Okay. Just kidding. Side tables were not things we had. Okay. We were using an IKEA glass table. I don't know if I caught that in like any of the clips, but just one of the like, you sit at it and you eat at it and it slides under, you know, your sofa situation. So we didn't have anything proper to just like actually be a side table. You know, maybe get some lighting, a little ambiance, a little place to put our coffee or drink or whatever, as well as store things. So got 2 of those, technically got 3. We'll tell you about that. So we're gonna bring the end tables in, which here, let me flip it. So you can see how much space is going on. So over, where's my finger? Right, so here on the right side, we're gonna put an end table. And then on the left side, we're gonna put an end table, because not just the looks, but like also where seating's gonna be. I what? Oh, I don't? I could slide it? I'm just gonna make it look like I'm strong, you know? All right. End table 1. I don't remember what this thing's called. Here, let me get the other one in, and then I'll show you all the details. So this is the back side. She's a thrilling ride right here. I just wanted to show because we opted, I probably would have ended up going for one that didn't include storage or anything like that, or consider, I don't know, modern things. I'm out of breath. I shouldn't. I was trying to prove a point here and I just squashed it. That considers like modern aspects of life, like cords, you know, and there's nothing Gothic about an exposed cord. So this has space. I'll show you on the top, and then a way to hide it. But that's what I was going to say. I probably would have gone for something that was no storage, just super aesthetic. So that was with his, I think you found this actually. Let me do this. So I'm going to put this in here. Right where our outlet is. See how that works? You know what I mean? The thoughts. Is this how people do decorating videos? Okay, so now we have an end table on either side. And let me show you just like a little bit more on this end table. Obviously, we went with black. She's hard to see, so it should be obvious the color choice here. So in the top, we have a little drawer, which we won't be filling in all these spaces. She'll show you, but it's going to be a good place for things like remotes, especially, or one space for a remote. So we have that, and it compresses in there. And then we have this door here, which is, as you might be able to tell with your eyeballs, she's a glass door. We might consider kind of spray painting's the right word. Yeah. Black on the back of it, just to kind of give it like more of a black tint. It might still be see-through. I don't know. I think the only reason, and this is storage, that's what I was going to get at, but the only reason I'm considering that, and I like the handle here, we might change out handles. We'll see. But the reason that I'm considering maybe spray painting it is just because I don't want to be super self-conscious. No, just conscious. No, yeah. Of what is inside all the time. Like, I want it to be storage and still look pretty, but not be neurotic, you know, about like, it looks too messy or something like that. And it's just taken away from the decor. So we might just feel it out and let it sit for a bit before we go spray painting it. So we have our end tables. Do you want to now do the chairs? Chair number 1. I'll give you the close-up. It's exciting. And now I'm out of frame. Here, I'll show you that one. So we got this one here. And if you've been following the channel for a hot minute or just last Christmas, that is where our Christmas tree normally goes. So as of right now, it would be in the way of that, but this chair is so easily movable. We could just pull it forward. And I mean, we'll see, because there are other things I want to do with this space, but we'll talk about that. So this is his seating area. And then over here, we are going to, I'll give you a nice close-up. These were Wayfair too, right? I'm pretty sure. So now we have, just remembering the space before, right here was the chaise. So we basically have more seating than we did before, as well as more space in this area, but we're going to fill it in, but also not so much that it loses the spaciousness. Because I know there are those of you out there that just like dark spaces are just like so confining and scary. I don't care. You're gonna, some of you might have opinions. This is my house. I get to do what I want. So anyway, all right, that is that. What are we gonna do now? Oh yeah, okay. So this one, not as pragmatic, because if you have cats or pets of any kind, you want to get rid of carpet of any kind. But I feel like for like the Victorian vibe, because, you know, Gothic, Victorian, I feel like they kind of go hand in hand, a rug might be necessary. So we did get one. This was off of Amazon, and it was like $86 or something like that, or $89. I think so. All right. It's a pretty decent sized rug. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm going to roll it out. Give everybody the butt shot. Okay. Anyway, clearly I need to bring that in. So let me adjust. Just don't look super close, you know what I mean? Because we did roll this out. We had to make sure, like, you know, before I was, you don't need all these details, but before I was like unboxing things, like waiting to show them on camera. As it turns out, we need to do that in time so you can meet the return policy if things do not meet your needs. All right, here is our rug. Like I said, she was a pretty affordable rug because they can be quite pricey, and it's very different. Like, it's really soft. You might notice it's more blue toned than I thought, but I don't mind it. We'll get into like the kind of color palette. I mean, you'll be seeing it with your eyeballs. I looked at a lot of patterns. There was like a spider web one. I wanted one that felt, you know, just very Gothic, but also like can work with so many different themes when we do decorate every year for Christmas and Halloween. Next is an Ottoman, another thing that did not exist before. It's kind of going to replace the, oh God, I forgot about the things. What are those things? Yeah. It's basically replacing the coffee table, but also going to be storage. You know, just, I mean, I guess there are Ottomans that don't have storage, but in this house, we're going to get storage wherever we can. Actually, back it up. Let me show you, because the next item, she's not glamorous. She's not Gothic, but she's modern, and she will let us, or he, I don't know, or they, I should not talk. But those of you in the comments want me to keep talking. They will allow us to eat and watch the TV without having like a, without sitting at the dinner. Okay, anyway, I'm going to go get it. All right, she's exciting. She is a, what do they call this? Like a TV stand, a tray table. So we went with these. I didn't want anything like, I mean, it is plastic, anything super cheap, but I wanted something that like we could pull out and we can eat off of it, but we can easily hide it. So it does sort of blend in. So this one, I think also Amazon, weren't super cheap. They're like, when they're like 55 a pop, 43. Okay. They do. We only bought 2, so ain't nobody visiting here. Okay. Here she is. The TV tray. Metal bits. These, what?
Not afraid to stop it.
Yeah, I'd probably open it more, but I'm just showing you. Okay, we accounted for everything. So these just pop out. That, you know, anyway. So there it is. Got 2. And I'm showing you because we're going to just slide these under the sofa. and hopefully they're not too noticeable. Okay, just put that back in there. Why? You just enjoy watching me struggle. Do I snap this back? Did I do this first? Very much ready to put this away now. All right. Oh, I think this way. It's always flopping. Okay, now we can bring in the Ottomans, so let's do it. You might notice a little theme here. Oh, you need me? Oh, we didn't take the stuff out that's inside. Center it. Oh, that seems perfect. Okay, Ottoman close-ups, let's go. Actually, yeah, let's just bring that in. You just bring it. We have another Ottoman. So, basically, an Ottoman, we will be putting food on here. We'll get into that. Just not in the traditional way. Our main food is going to be on our tray. I don't want to be bringing over a lot of food. So this, you might notice, is going to be similar. Faux leather everything is what I'm getting at. So we got the faux leather couch. You'll also notice the rivets are slightly different in color. So those are silver. These are more of a brass. I'm going to learn these colors at some point. The difference between brass and gold. I swear I know this. And part of that is, well, it was unintentional. It wasn't the easiest thing to find furniture like this at an affordable price, but kind of almost in frame, kind of almost like a wingback. What'd you call it? I mean, it kind of is a wing. It's not like to the T, but it does have a little bit of that shape, and I like it. One thing I was concerned about, because I've never had faux leather, is it even comfy to like sit on? Am I going to want to read on it? Am I going to want to watch TV on it? All the things. And we've properly tested it. I'm not actually eating dinner on it. I didn't want to ruin it, just in case. I'll do that after. But what I like about both of these, first of all, it's like a lot deeper, which maybe is not ideal for a 5'3" person, because we are not, but I'm not sitting at it, yeah, we'll just bring in pillows. But I do tend to sit like cross-legged. So much space. I can lay down, and it is comfy. I really thought I wasn't going to like it. I was concerned about that. I was concerned about the maintenance. I am a little concerned about cat claws. So we'll be maintaining those, but you'll notice we're going to be utilizing blankets a little bit just to, she's been enjoying herself, and so far so good. But yeah, back to the Ottomans. So we have this one here, keeping with the faux leather, and this Ottoman was from Home Depot, if I remember right. And also kind of changing the shapes up. I will say a lot of things are very rectangular, square for the most part, but we'll be addressing that in other ways. So anyway, she's got, if you watched the last haul, sort of the Gothic haul, and we'll talk about it at the end where these are going. Those are the pieces down there. This is a mirror. So right now I'm just storing stuff that is actually going to go in this space, but we'll be able to use it for other things, like, I don't know, more blankets or something like that. So there is that. And then we have this Ottoman. This one, where was this from? This was Wayfair. It was Amazon? Oh, okay, this is Amazon. So I feel like it's kind of cool because like everything looks like it goes together, which is pretty easy to do when you're going all black and all faux leather. But I don't know. And they all have the little, what do you call these things? Tuft situation, but from different places. Anywho, and that one has storage. That one's pretty deep. I don't know what we use the storage for, but I like having it. But the main intention was like a place for our legs. So, and it's very movable, just can slide it up if it needs to be closer. Same for the Ottoman, just to like rest our legs. Okay, movies are not short. Okay, next thing is another, is it a nightstand if it's in the bedroom? An end table. Is an end table because initially we bought two end tables that were completely different, and did actually read the dimensions for once in my life. So I was a little nervous it wasn't going to work, and my goal was, I liked the idea of, my natural way of things would be doing things very same, but I feel like if you're going the more Gothic, sort of embracing the chaos look, and also more of a artistic approach, is to mix it up more. So I picked a different one. That one came in. We are going to use it. And for right now, it's going to stay in this room. It might just go somewhere else at some point. But it ended up being, so we had like this nightstand right here, this end table, sorry, right here, liked it. And then we had the other one that I'm about to show you on the other side, but it was just a little too short and there was like so much space going on in the back that it just wasn't working for me. So I don't remember what we spent on that one. I do like it. So it will, well, let's just put it in its rightful place right now. It will have a spot. Well, I'm just going to show you kind of up close right here. Here is the nightstand. That's the top portion. It's got these like more, I feel like the legs give more of a rounded look. And then you might be able to tell it has like 2 drawers, self-explanatory, but she is more shallow. So I'm going to put this one, oh my God. It's, I'll put this one over here. I think now we're kind of getting into the decor. So the thing I want to show you first is the lighting, and we'll probably be amping up the lighting more. We'll see. But we didn't really have any lighting. They didn't wire anything over here for one. Did we have, oh, we had the Phoenix lamp that's gone down in his space. But it just wasn't the vibe. And I friggin' love these lamps. If you remember Halloween time, although it was actually end of Halloween, Halloween is over, clearance time, that Michael's had, well, they came out with a lamp during Halloween season, but I actually got it at that time. Like, I don't know why, but whatever. It was one I really wanted and I got it. And it was the cat lamp. If we have an image or something to show of what it looked like before, we'll put it here. But just a black cat lamp. It had a basic black lampshade. And I knew, and I think I said it in that video. Oh, here's the lampshade. I mean, I'm pretty sure we have an image. Lampshade, you know, basic black. It looked fine. And I also got it on clearance. So she was pretty freaking cheap. I felt like it was like $15 or something like that. But I knew I wanted to change out the lampshade. And ironically, the lampshade I had saved, he also found. So we both liked it. It took a little bit of finagling to get the right length and getting the little piece to attach. But, oh, you guys, when you see it lit up, it's so cool. So here it is. Let me actually get the lampshade. And the lampshade, it was off of Amazon, right? Yeah. It was off Amazon as well. And I feel like, I mean, firstly, it's giving different texture, which we talk about this, but when you're doing, I feel like when you're doing any color, not just black, but probably especially black, and you're doing a lot of it, like really change up the texture a bit more. It just gives it depth. It differentiates it from other, you know, other things. So I liked that. I also liked the lacy bits here. And then we got these little tassel-y things that I just want to play with. And I feel like what this lamp gives and a few other things, maybe the other lamp too, is a little bit of like femininity to the space, because I feel like a Victorian vibe, because Victorian and Gothic kind of 2 different things, but obviously can overlap. It leans more feminine to me in the way I interpret Victorian. And that's one of the things I liked about this. One thing I will say about this shade, this lamp shade, is it comes in 2 different varieties when you're looking at the black. Is you can get it like we have it here, which it has, and you will see, I was hesitant at first, but I'm glad we went with it. It's like a gold inner portion. It's like an extra layer. If you do not get it with that, it is going to be cheaper. But it looked like in the videos or photos or something that it's going to be a little bit more see-through and you're going to see the light, and we didn't want to do that. So we went with that one, and it gives off a cool, like, goldy vibe. And then you'll also notice, like, we'll give you a close-up of the cat's, like, peeking out. And that took, like, getting the right size. So anyway, she's going to go over here. We are going to adorn the cat with something, a little ceremonial moment, but I'll do it, I think, better with the lighting. So we'll wait until it's, like, lit. But let me show you the other lamp. Lamp number 2 probably won't be the last lamp or light, is this one right here, off of Amazon. And kind of took a chance on this because, I mean, it just looked really pretty in the photos, but the reviews were a little bit mixed on whether this is actual glass. It is actual glass. So that was good to know. Because if we can, these are olden times, you know, like plastic was not prevalent. If we can keep it metal, then that'd be great. But I think this was said to be like resin, but it feels like proper metal. She's a weighty biatch. I can curse now. We've gone deep into the video, but we have more of a gold or brass. Isn't brass more of a like a orangey? Yeah. a brassy color base with like a white silver. I don't know. It's so pretty lit up. So there is that. A little opposite, having the glass versus having more of a fabric-y vibe. So that one's going to go here. You'll see it all come together. Come together. Together as one. Anyway. Okay, now we're at the final bits of decor. So I'm going to put up some blankets, pillows, not too many pillows, little bits on the end table. So I will show you that, and then we'll come back and I'll give you a little view of everything. We'll have a little ceremonial moment and then probably briefly talk about what is remaining in this space. All right, my friends, that is the after. Everything coming together. So let me just give you like a little pan, and then I'll just kind of do a quick discussion of everything. Introduce everybody, you know what I'm saying? We also still have not named him, I don't think. Edgar needs a friend, and his friend needs names, or just one. Anyway, so here is the full phase one of our Gothic living room of my dreams. He's so excited. He's been sitting on the top of my stairs. You probably all have seen it in vlogs going up and down. So I'm sure you're loving that coming at you right now. Excellent choice. So yeah, anyway, we got the decor out. I'm really excited. And one thing you might notice is, and this is going to come together more when I address the wall portion, is more of that mixed metal approach I want to pull off in this space. So right now we have a lot of black, and there's a little bit of beige in the rug. It's what I liked about it, kind of a browny color, brown silver. I don't know, just a variety of mixed metals, including the unnamed skeleton over here. So even right here, we have a nice mix. I do not have anything for this frame. If you remember, we got this at Powell's. It is an Alchemy of England. May or may not have more Alchemy of England items coming at me and eventually your eyeballs. But some of these were on the bookshelves that many of you all know and love. We'll see if you still love them, because I have changed those up. And then we have, I brought this down. This is a Griffin incense holder. Did we put anything? We didn't put anything in the drawers over here yet. Yeah, I'll just show you. We did fill in some of the drawers. But yeah, we've got our unnamed skeleton. Okay, keep in mind that he is gold when you go to suggest names. And is it a he? I feel like I'm going with dudes for both of them. I'm good with that. Maybe they're lovers, you know what I'm saying? Okay, anyway. And then we have my RIP gravestone pillow. The other thing I didn't want to do too much of, so on the other couch, so many pillows, so many blankets, and a lot of that was because I was trying to cover up the hideousness that was an old, well-lived-in IKEA sofa. I want to actually show this one. I think most people probably wouldn't put some like fleecy, you know, blanket over top, but I have cat. I have cat. I have a cat, and I don't want it to ruin it. And also, I just want her snuggly. You know what I mean? And I kind of dig it. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I was just preparing for nothing really. Just my own brain. Let's fix that. Okay. Then over here. Excuse me. Can we address the not so elephant in the room? Maybe this cat needs a name. Do you not agree? The vibe. As soon as we lit this, and this is a smart light bulb, so we can change the color to just whatever, or even just a variety of warm whites or yellow or whatever if we wanted more of a goldy color, but it does, because of that inner part of the lampshade, it does give off like this nice glow. And actually makes the lamp, I'm now noticing it, because it is more of a matte black cat, have like almost like a bronzy look to it. I feel like it gives it an aged look. But the other thing that we added, this was his idea. If you recall, we got us a few ghost items. The band Ghost, okay? We always have to put that in to try and find things. Anyway, we're a little obsessed. Might be contemplating a video just on that, merch-wise, but this is one of the things we bought from their store. It is the Crucifix Choker. Now, I still will use this, and it's just very loosely tied on the cat, but it's almost like a little collar. How epic is that? Really cool. Excellent ideas from that one. And then really, it was tempting to like want to put all the things on the thing and just like really fill up the space. But I'm trying to remind myself a lot of decor, I think a lot of good choices in decor can be and just art in general is just pulling it back just a little bit. And sometimes you got to put things out and then look at it and then pull back, like to know like that's a bit much, or just like, how am I using this space? I think is an important thing to keep in mind when you're decorating. I don't know. I'm not like a decorator by trade, but maybe we're turning the tables here. Okay. I love it. It's one of my favorite hobbies, if you haven't noticed. And we got a lot more to go. So anyway, I just kind of like pulled this back a little bit more. So got my current reads. I'm gonna read this one first. If you know, you know. Excuse me. I had to pick the right bookmark. So there's that one. Also, I started the first chapter of this. I need to get back to it. And then in here, if you remember, this display is from Killstar. It does open up. And I love displays like this because like, I didn't know where I was going to put it, but it can go so many places. And you can do so many things with it, but it's just simple and classic. So we got, you know, some little, actually these are perfumes from Witch's Moon in there, and then some crystals. Okay. And then, you know, I showed you the blankets there. And then the pillows. Also didn't go a little nuts with the plushes. They're going to go downstairs. I feel like too many plushes pull back from the more, I'm trying to hesitate to say adult, but just, again, the Gothic vibe. And then over here is our other side table. Kept it really simple because I want to read. So I have a place for books and things like that. I think we even put, what the heck did we put in here? Ugh. Well, we've got games. Need to get to that one. He's already played it. And then batteries, like usable things that you want to hide, a book, light. So just kind of keeping it also very ADHD friendly, because if you know, you want to keep things all in one place just to make it easier and more likely that you're going to use them and remember where they are. So over here we have this skull. I feel like this was, oh, this is Michael's. We still have the sticker on there. One of the few skulls out there that has is from a mass market kind of retail place, but it has a nice age look. these keys were from Big Lots. They are actual cast iron. No more Big Lots these days. Also wasn't a huge fan. So a few things from there. And then this candle, I'm excited to actually pull this out. So we got 3 of these. And if you are also interested in this candle, you can get yourself 10% off with the code LOVELUMOS. This was prior, though she's still active, 10% off your whole order. This was prior to changing our whole name here. But this one is, yeah, Love Yourself, Rose Quartz Crystal Chips, Egyptian Rose Petals. I thought, let's go really simple in the container. And oh my God, she smells so good. Look at the glittery business. I'm excited to burn that one, but have more of like a, I don't know, I just like the vibe. I don't know, do I need to burn this? So let's put it back in here. And then back here, usable, we got us our throw blankets, and we'll put this one out. We might change them out in a basket. And then our Haunted Mansion blanket, I felt like it went really well with the bow, you know, pillow. So yeah, that is, oh, and then over here, okay, she was just for the aesthetics. Not really. Also usability. So I bought this tray off of Amazon, and I forget where it said it's made from. I was kind of, all right, I mean, I will tell you, yeah, Turkey. She was shipped in a plastic mailer, okay, so the first one came dented, but beyond that, really nice quality, like heavy duty, made in Turkey. So it's a little serving tray. It doesn't come off, so this is the black one. There's a variety of them. There's a pure silver, but that felt too matte to me. This one has a little bit of depth, but it read more silver. But I really, like this part read more silver, but I really, really dig it. So we have that here. And then the intention wasn't necessarily for like tea, although why not? So we have our little teacup that was from Michael's. Why are we giving all the brands all the recognition? Although I do love this one. This is from Lively Ghosts. It's the jack-o'-lantern spoon. So just prepping for the Halloween season. But the main reason that we got this serving tray, and it is metal if you didn't hear that, is on the TV tray or whatever you want to call them. I really only want to have the food I'm going to be eating. So this is going to have like condiments and stuff like that. But yeah, so here is, again, the final look of everything. And the last thing I will say is like that this is phase 1 of this process, partly because we got orders that have to come in, partly because it will take time, some of it, and because like this isn't working for a Gothic vibe. I know, okay, whatever, like it's definitely hollows, but you might notice we're moving away from like outright Harry Potter. I want outright Gothic, just aged with that touch of a Victorian and goth vibe. All the things mashed together. So 2 changes that will be coming to your eyeballs, do not have a time on them yet, is obviously we need to address this wall. And I have a lot of thoughts on this wall, but number 1 is that it's basically going to be a, how many times did we say Gothic in this video? A Gothic mural of artistry, of a variety, like a, what do you collage, huh? Yeah, collage, not a mural. Mural is a singular thing. Yeah, a collage. I have so many photos saved on Pinterest that I've just been inspired by for a long time, and I love the idea of a wall collage. Because a wall collage to me, I used to be a minimalist for a brief period of my life. Definitely a maximalist at this point, and I love the idea of filling in every space and crevice and seeing like history and a variety of tastes and yeah, just acquiring things over time and having them fit together. So this wall is going to be, and we have a number of pieces coming to us. I don't want to rush it, and I don't want to, and we'll get into like all of the look and everything of that and placing it when they come in. I will show you what we've got when it all comes in. But I definitely want like a nice variety. We're going to have prints, like art prints. We're going to have the pieces that you would have seen in the last video from like Black and Teeth, other Etsy sellers, like possibly, you know, just stuff that we find along the way. Like I want it to be just a variety of things. We got a really nice mirror headed our way. So that is going to be the main event on this wall. Now, in the future, there are 2 more things, because you all like to give me suggestions. Okay, let me tell you what I'm doing, or at least the plan right now. So This wall, oh, hold on, back it up. We skipped phase 2. Phase 2 is that wall is not staying this color. That paint's already in, it's gonna happen. I don't know how long it's gonna take because we are painting this wall. Let me give you, do I give you a little taste? Here, let me give you a taste. If you are a member, you would have already seen this, but behind my broom here, we got in 3 different paint samples. We picked 3 and went with one of them. And the color, Revelio moment here, that we are going with is this one right here. It is probably the truest deep gray that I've come across. This one's a little more black, and then this one on the bottom was just a little too brown green for me. So yeah, completely skipped that step. But not only are we painting this wall, we're not going to do the ceiling. It's the way this house is built, we're basically going to paint the whole daggone thing. So we'll get into that in that video. But yeah, we're going to have a wall mural. And then the other thing that might happen in the future is on either side, I could continue the wall mural to go on either. Why am I saying that? I don't know. I could, let's back that up. I could continue the wall collage to expand. I'm talking every crevice, the entire space from that edge all the way to our nameless skeleton here. But I feel like I also want to give more height to each side on either side of the couch. And I'm contemplating a few things, and maybe both are possible, we'll see. But I was looking at bookshelves, so we might explore a bookshelf, a bookcase on this side, and then one on that side, which will give opportunities for decor as well as height, and then something we can put on the top. Unfortunately, a little difficult to find. We're not going to go the IKEA route. Well, not difficult to find in an affordable price. And then the other thing I want to bring in are some faux plants. So we'll get into that, probably something tall, because I want just a touch, just a little kiss of greenery in here. But that is the plan. This is phase 1. Really had to get the furniture in to get going here. And we'll see you for phase 2, for however long that takes. Maybe something else before that if it is literally the whole house. But I'm super stoked. This is like my dream. It's my dream coming true. And this is going to expand just into the whole house. We have more plans. We did more with our tax refund, okay? I can't wait to show you. It's all got to come in, and just I want to be really mindful and intentional with everything. Otherwise, it's just rushed and sloppy and kind of same and not thought out, you know? And we done got rid of a lot of things. We don't want to do that anymore, okay? So anyway, that's a wrap on this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.